we're facing it off. We're the away team, I believe. Yeah, we're the lower seed. We're playing Edina, so despite the fact that we're the lower seed, we've played this team, I believe, twice this year and beat them twice, so I'm saying there's a chance. But I was corrected by another parent by saying it's tough to beat a team 3 times. To which I replied, statistically, that's not true, but point taken. Okay, here we are. We're at Braemar. There's still tickets available. You see a few open seats on the other side. The near side is packed. As the faceoff goes, it's Rogalski, Steinkamp, and Lee out there with Gassert and Osberg. Osberg with the puck sends it up towards Steinkamp. Rogalski intercepts, sends it to himself along the boards. He'll shoot it around to Steinkamp. Steinkamp gets a whack at it. That goes into the corner. They'll try to center it. That's deflected. Comes up where Lee intercepts it. Lee, a sneaky play, sends it in. He'll head toward the bench for a switch. As Rogalski now has it, he'll send it out to the... No, he won't send it out to the point. He should have sent it out to the point where he had Jake Gasser. There, he got it to the point. There's a shot deflected by Hochbaum. And Hochbaum stuffs it in. Steinkamp, Hochbaum, and Gasser all part of the play. Hochbaum gets the goal with assist to Steinkamp and Gasser. And just like that, it's 1-0. This is a great arena to film in, but those speakers hide it on the other side, but we got a pretty good glimpse of that scoreboard, so I'm going to lean on that one as it's 14-18, already 1-0. These kids have a tendency to get overconfident. Let's hope they don't do that yet again. As Edina sends it around, now this is LeBurge, Forster, D-Rock, Hochbaum, and there's D-Rock back to Forster, and Pauls is the other one I left out, as Forster will try to skate it out, sends it up to Pauls, off of Paul's skate out of the zone. That'll accomplish what we needed to, and that's to the puck out of the zone, as Forster will try again. He'll put on the brakes, go the other way. Goose, they'll fly right by, and they do. Up to Holtbaum, but that was a bad breakaway pass. As instead of getting out in front of Holtbaum, he decided to put it on his skates where the Edina player could take it. Lead him. It's like in football. You want to throw it to where the receiver is going. All right, so that's going to be Hendricks. Defensively, we got Johnson and Kulix. We got Hendricks. Oh, nice play to get it out of the zone. Rondesvet and Cotterman. Cotterman now on the forecheck as they send it past him. Here's Hendricks. Hendricks now back to Cotterman. Cotterman has a momentary, or gets a stick on it anyways. Here's Cotterman, tries to get past the player. They knock it away and in the process create a offsides. So offsides, they're going to face it off in the Edina zone, or just outside the Minnetonka zone. What am I talking about? Neutral zone. Off of Cotterman's stick. Cotterman will come the other way. Cotterman with the puck. He's got Rondesvet wide open. Oh, he shoots it. They almost got good pressure, but no goal. I think he should have got it to Rondesvet, but what do you do? Okay. Kulix got a piece of it, according to the officials, so they're going to wave off icing. Kulix will send it up to Cotterman. Cotterman now sends it up the boards right to Edina. And now that's sent by Kulix all the way out to Edina. Cotterman on the forecheck. He'll circle round. And now the puck is backhanded into the Minnetonka zone by the Edina player as they head to the bench for a change. Kulix takes a shot in the back. Here's Cotterman. He's got space because Edina was on a change. It's a 3-on-2 with the trailer for Edina. And, oh, that's got to be a penalty. Cotterman takes a shoulder after he didn't have the puck, and it'll be a delayed penalty to Edina. Cotterman's popped right up. He heads to the bench. Oh, no, he doesn't look. He didn't like that. Unfortunately, he looks a little gimpy. Hopefully he can shake that off. Hopefully he just knocked the wind out of him as he takes a seat. So that'll be a quick penalty to Edina on a cheap shot. It was a 2-minute penalty for cheap shot. Roughing, I guess they call that. All right. Forster retreats. LeBurge is in there. This is the power play as D-Rock's in there. Forster poke checks it away. Now that's past Forster over to LeBurge. LeBurge sends it over to Lee. Lee, they'll try to set up the power play over to D-Rock. D-Rock now. And Hendricks was offside. So let's see, we got a minute 44 in the power play. 1-0 Minnetonka. 12-12 left in the first period as they'll face it off outside the Edina zone. That'll be Hendricks, D-Rock, and Lee with Forster and LeBurge back as that face-off is taken by D-Rock now. D-Rock skates away with it. He's got Lee. He shoots. That's redirected into the corner. Lee will take it, leaves it for Hendricks. Hendricks will skate around the net, and they'll set up the power play. Hendricks puts on the brakes. Ooh, he could have gone into the net there. As Hendricks now has got a guy right in his grill. He'll skate away with it, leaves it. Now Lee, they're bunched up here. We got a space. They're spacing. Here's Lee. He's going to get some space. As they knock it away, D-Rock will take that. Sends it around to LeBurge. Use the point, guys. Over to Forster. Forster now sends it into Lee. Now they got space. See, use the point. All right. Here's Lee. We got 58 seconds left in the power play as that's over to Hendricks. Over to LeBurge. He'll look to get it to Hendricks. Hendricks take the shot. And he whistles wide. Forster will be unable to track it down. He'll have to skate all the way back into his zone as they switch up. Forster and LeBurge will stay out, and we'll get 3 new players as Forster's got momentum. He skates up, and he's going to skate it all the way in. There he is. Oh, shoots, misses wide right. But he puts some pressure on. Here's Cotterman. Cotterman now over to Steinkamp. I don't know if I got Forster's shot on there, but you get the idea. Here we go, Cotterman now. Cotterman with the shot. Steinkamp and Rogalski were right on the doorstep, but the goalie was able to hold on. So good play by the Edina goaltender. There's still 18 seconds left in the power play. 1-0 Minnetonka. 10:46 left to play first period. So hopefully we got Eddie out there. There's Rogalski. Oh, that misses wide. They get those funny boards here in Edina. As Johnson will take it, he'll backhand it in. That'll be icing. And they're going to call, what are they going to call here? They're going to call offsides. We're doing an offsides when we're on the power play. Interesting. All right, so Gasser, Johnson, D-Rock, Hochbaum, and Paul's the player to be named later as D-Rock comes away with it. Now Hochbaum tries to get a stick on it. Gasser will retreat. He'll wait for his teammates to check up. Up to D-Rock. Hochbaum now. To D-Rock. Knocked in by Gasser, and then Paul's knocked it out. Up to Hochbaum. Leaves it for Paul's. Back to Gasser, but it was just a blind pass, and he missed him. Up to D-Rock. D-Rock tries to get a hand on it and misses, and that'll be offsides as Hochbaum's about 10 feet offsides. All right, so 5 fresh skaters. I'm glad to see Cotterman's back out there with Hendrickson, Rondesfeld, LeBurge, and Forster. As the face-off goes to Edina, they send it cross rink. Forster pinches. He'll come away with it. And he'll send it up off of Cotterman's stick. Cotterman redirects it down the rink. As Edina will now have it, they send it all the way across. Forster retreats as he's got LeBurge in there with him. Here comes Forster. And that's not much. Forster will take that rebound around the net, sends it up to Rondesfeld. Leaves it for Hendricks. Hendricks has got Cotterman. I saw him. They couldn't thread the needle. Cotterman's got it. Oh, what is he doing? He had LeBurge wide open. As he sends it to Rondesfeld, that'll be a penalty. Oh, it'll be a delayed penalty to Minnetonka. No, he touched it, but... All right, now they blow the whistle. So 2-minute penalty for either a hook or a trip. That'll be Rondesfeld. Trip, they're calling it a trip. So, I can't really see it from the camera angle, but 2 minutes to Rondesfeld for the trip, and we'll see if we can't kill this penalty as Gasser. It's to the puck. That goes into the corner. So Gasser's there, Johnson's there, Steinkamp now, and Lee. There's a centering pass, knocked down, left for Lee. Lee will get it out of the zone. That's important. We're on the penalty kill. Now there's a shot. Oh. All right, so they get a penalties kill. 1-1 is the score, 8:42 left. Gasser. Now to Steinkamp. Steinkamp skates it in, leaves it for Lee, but it's a little too far, and Edina takes it. We'll send it up. That's sent behind the net. That's all the way down. Oh, Edina's able to grab it before it goes all the way down. Here's Rogalski on the forecheck. He's doing a good job. He's got Steinkamp in there with him. As Gasser kind of retreats. And there's Hochbaum skating toward it. He's got help from Osberg. That'll be a penalty. So another cheap shot and another 2 minutes. So Edina will go to the box for 2 minutes. Hopefully we can get a power play goal here. So they send out the power play unit. It's D-Rock, Hendricks, and Lee with Forster and LeBurge. As that's sent back to LeBurge. LeBurge He shoots it. It's off the skate of the Edina defenseman as Forster tries to pinch. Scott LeBurge back there covering for him as we're a little undermanned on the defensive end. Here goes LeBurge as Forster retreats. Here comes LeBurge. He'll skate it in. He leaves it for Hendricks. He leaves it for Lee. Puts it into the corner. LeBurge gets taken down. Now Lee has it. Lee and Hendricks both have it. Here's Forster. Let's see if he gets a shot. There's a shot and a goal. Forster from the point gets a goal. He's always quick to give the handshakes after the goal, but he deserved it. All right, 7:29, 2-1, Minnetonka with the lead. And they'll release the penalty, and they'll go back to the regular lines, which is going to be Cotterman, Hendricks, Johnson, Kulix, and Rondesvet rounding out the other side of that forward line. 7:29 left to play first period. So, again, if you like defense, you've come to the wrong spot. If you like goals, you're in for a treat. Here's Cotterman. Kulix behind him. We got a Hendricks creeping into the play as Johnson's going to take it behind the net. Johnson, he loses it. Now Edina has possession. Johnson knocks that pass away. Here's Kulix. Kulix will skate up the rink, and he sends it past the skates of Cotterman. That'll end up being icing, I assume, and icing is the call. A lot of goals. 7-5. Yeah. All right, face off. Let's see. Edina's got it, and it's stuck in his skate. Don't see that every day. In the back of his skate. It's like a Skechers slip-on. All right, there's the face-off. Oh, Steinkamp over to Rogalski. Almost had a breakaway there. He was able to get his body on it. Oh, wow, that was a little bit of a gamble by Kulix. That being said, he had Johnson back covering for him. Here's Rogalski. Oh, yeah. He was looking for Lee. There's a shot. Ooh, I don't know if I like. Oh, and there's a fan by Kulix, but he kicks it up to Rogalski. And now it's back to Lee. And knocked away. Here's Rogalski. Rogalski now. Here's Hochbaum. Hochbaum leaves it for Rogalski. Rogalski. He's got it in the corner. He's got some space. Oh, he gets tripped. No call. Johnson now. Back to Gassert. Gassert sends it all the way across to Hochbaum. Threads the needle in the process, and Hochbaum loses it as we switch up 4 other players. And there's a fresh player in Pauls. He's able to intercept that pass and send it into the zone. That pass, that breakout now up toward D-Rock. D-Rock will skate it down. He'll put on the brakes. Then he speeds up. He'll look to center it. And he gets it poke checked away. Here comes Edina the other way, but Paul says no. And that was almost offsides. They're batting it around, and here comes Edina as they shoot it off the side of the net. Uh-oh, that's sent out. Oh, finally we got one of those skips to go our way, but the funny skip off the boards that you tend to get in Edina rinks. All right, so we're going to send 5 new skaters out. And these guys are having trouble getting it out of their own zone, so maybe that's a good thing. This will be, who do we have? We got the Hendricks, Cotterman, Rondesvet, Forster, and LeBurge line. As Hendricks leaves it for Edina off the skate of Forster. Uh-oh. Forster's able to follow that, though, and poke check it away. He's tying him up. Now it's out to LeBurge. He's just going to skate up. Great play, LeBurge. He had Cotterman, but Cotterman was kind of tied up with the player, so LeBurge just skated it out. That was fantastic. Now Edina comes away with it. And that's sent around. There's Forster now. Let's see if he just skates it up. He'll kick it to his stick. Kicked it a little too far to his stick. Hendricks will follow it as Forster retreats. He'll dump it in and chase. Edina with the puck. Wow, they just ice it. I don't know if they were trying to pass it or what. And that'll be icing. All right, so face-off back in the Edina end. Let's get a shot of the clock while we wait for the face-off. It's 4:07 left to play first period. 2-1. The guests are Minnetonka. And the reason we're the guests is we're the 6th seed and we're playing the 4 seed. So the lower seed is the guest. Not because we're at Braemar Arena, which is the home of the Edina Hornets. As the puck back to Johnson, to Kulix. Uh-oh, that was close. Kulix was able to send it in before it was close to a breakaway. Now that's Lee. Lee, Rogalski, Steinkamp. Ooh. There's Rogalski, Lee, Steinkamp. Kulix and Johnson back. And then here comes a 1-on-2, 1-on-3 now. As Kulix plays gets it out of there. That might be icing. We'll see if it goes far enough. They're going to wave it off. Apparently it hit an Edina player. That's back to Kulix. Kulix with the puck against the boards. He sends it out to D-Rock now. Ooh, D-Rock almost had a great scoring chance there. As Johnson sends it in, that might be icing. No, they're going to wave it off. D-Rock now. Here's D-Rock. Up to Pauls that keeps it in the zone, and then Edina sends it out. That's Gassert. Gassert up to Hochbaum. His pass hits the jersey of an Edina player as Paul slides into the boards. They'll send it around to Gassert. Gassert's looking for D-Rock. He fans on it. Ends up being a turnover. Nice pad save by Klukin. Oh, that's a bad pass, but unfortunately for us, the Edina player didn't handle it, and D-Rock's got room. Oh, as he sends it off the shins, here's Gassert. Gassert will take a whack at it and retreat. That was a good combination of aggressiveness while still holding his defensive position. And that's a great play by whatever defenseman that is. I think that's Osberg. Osberg really did a great play of putting pressure on the player without committing. Over-committing, I guess they call that. So that's over the red line. Hochbaum sends it in. We'll get 5 new players out there. Edina's going to try to set up their offense as Hendricks now hits it. Here's Rondesvet. He goes to play the body. And the Edina player pulls it away from Eddie Cotterman. Ooh, that's a nice outlet pass. Here's the Burge, though, right in his grill. Forster's right there, too. Forster sweeps it to the corner. He'll play the body. And here comes Minnetonka. That's Rondesvet. Rondesvet. He's got Hendricks with him. Sends it around where Hendricks will be first to the puck. Sends it back to Cotterman. Back past Hendricks into the corner where Edina has it. We get a stick on it. LeBurge has it. That shot, pad save out to the corner where Rondesvet will take it. Now Cotterman. Cotterman goes down. They'll call a penalty. And that'll be a penalty for tripping. And he hits his stick against the board because he wants to live on the edge and take a chance at a second penalty. So 1:24 left. This will be a 2-minute penalty, so we'll see the power play unit out there. 2-1 Minnetonka. We're still in the first period. 3 goals already. Here's LeBurge over to Hendricks. Hendricks, off the crossbar. Off the crossbar and down, but not in the net as LeBurge hits it. Forster will retreat. He'll go get the puck, see if he can do anything. Well, he tries to go the other way and missed it. Here's D-Rock. That's over to Lee. Lee, what are you doing? As the player goes down, that's off of Lee's skate. As LeBurge is looking for Forster, sends it to Forster. And Forster will send it up to Lee. Lee's got Hendricks. There's Hendricks. Hendricks, ooh, he tried to get a shot off and almost did. That's up to LaBerge. LaBerge sends it in. Now over to D-Rock. Now LaBerge. LaBerge will send it back to D-Rock. D-Rock will try to set up the offense here. Oh, a centering pass. Here's LaBerge at the point. And a shot and glove. All right, 54 seconds left in the power play. That was good scoring chances there. They got a horn going for some reason. I guess it's the music. 54 seconds left in the power play. 18 seconds left in the period. 2-1 Minnetonka. First period. Scotterman. Oh, whistles it wide. Here's Johnson. Johnson will try to gather up that puck. Help from Cotterman. Kulix is back. Sends it up to Rogalski. And there's only 2 seconds. He might as well just hold it. And he does. All right, so all the viewers at home, we're going to leave it on the scoreboard so you can see the score. We're going to head into the Minnetonka team will have a 36-second power play going into the second period. But unfortunately, or fortunately for the skaters, they're going to resurface the ice. So we're going to take a little break, and we will see you back in 5 minutes, 10 minutes. For those that haven't been to Braemar, they've got an excellent concession options. We were able to hit the concessions and kill some time. I'm going to get a in-game interview here. From this is Jake Gassert's dad. Now, did you get a chance? You're on camera here. Do you have time for an interview, sir?
Sure.
Did you get a chance to check out the Edina concessions?
Not on this visit. But
shoot! I thought I swore I saw you at the concessions, but they're fantastic, and that's where the other parents are. As we line it up and we're ready for period 2. Okay, I think that should be good. Okay. So we're going to skate out Hendricks, Lee, and D-Rock with Forster and LeBurge. This is our power play line, and it's been so long since the first period that I forgot. We're on a 36-second power play. Shots on goal, by the way, are on the other board that I'm having trouble seeing because the speaker's in the way, but it's 10 shots for Minnetonka and 4 for Edina. Uh-oh. That's to Evan, and Evan's got it, Forster, as he skates it in. And now to Hendricks. Hendricks over to Lee. Lee back to Hendricks. Back to Lee. Oh, come on. Here's LeBurge, 9 seconds. There's 8 seconds now on the power play. Over to Lee. Lee now, there you go. Just carry the puck. There you go, Lee. Much better. Here's LeBurge. Shot. Redirected. Stuffed in. Oh! Hendricks had a crack at it. Lee had a crack at it. Here's Forster. He goes in. He whistles it high and right. Here's LeBurge now. Forster's back, but he doesn't have anyone with him. They send it across the rink. Forster was able to stop a 2-on-1, and he gambled but was successful. And now he gets it taken away. No, he takes it back. He's in a puck battle, leaves it for Hendricks, who sends it around to Lee. Lee will be wide open. He'll flip it up into the air, off a D-Rock stick, and that's to the neutral zone. Hendricks now with pressure up to Forster. Forster loses it. Now he's got LeBurge on an island, but he's got help. As Forster's back in front of the house, as they call it. Here's Forster to the side. That shot sent around. Here's Lee. This is supposed to be our power play unit, and Lee's just going to send it on net, so no icing. Good play, Lee. And we switch up. Cotterman's out there, and they're going to ice it, so this will be great for Minnetonka. That'll lead to a face-off in the Edina end. 13:09 left to play, second period, 2-1 Minnetonka. Shots on goal, 11 Minnetonka, and 4 for Edina. All right, there's the face-off. That's Cotterman now with the puck. That was Jackson Hopebomb. Oh, that was right out front. Cotterman tried to stuff it in. There's a shot. Oh, off the goaltender's stick. Now Rondesvet deflects it. We got Osberg and Gassert back. Then here's Rondesvet. Rondesvet, tough angle. He sends it off the side of the net. It's close to the crossbar. Here we go. Cotterman. Oh, yeah, Cotterman. That was an unbelievable pass, and from the least likely of suspects, Cotterman right to Rondesvet. Wide open net. All right, Lee Steinkamp We're up 3-1 now. 12:43 left to play second period. So a lot of hockey to play. Lee, Steinkamp, and Rogalski in there with Johnson and Kulik's back as Steinkamp comes away with it. And that Edina tries to set up the offense, and that gets under the stick of the Minnetonka player. I'm not sure who that was, but Johnson will skate back toward it. There's Johnson. He tries to backhand it toward Kulik. Kulik will send it around to Rogalski, who sends it a little too far for Lee. Edina ends up with the puck. Here's Johnson. Now back to Kulik. Kulik will try it again. Let's see if Rogalski can get a more accurate outlet. Ooh, he's just going to skate it up. Maybe that's the trick. No, now he gets it to Steinkamp. They got a 2-on-2. Steinkamp shoots. There's a rebound. Ooh, he tries to sweep it, and Lee almost got to that. Goaltender swept it into the corner. Lee was right there. He almost got to that. As Lee is on the forecheck. Now he's able to pressure and get a turnover. Here's Rogalski tried to backhand it. Didn't get much on it, but good pressure. Best defense is a good offense, and these guys were able to keep the puck in the Edina end. So shots on goal, 15 for Minnetonka, 4 for Edina. So they haven't had a shot in the second period as there's 11:49 left to play. So they've killed, I think they're 15-minute period. So they've killed 3 minutes without a shot. All right, so we got Forster back with LeBurge. Forster now. Oh, nice back check by Pauls. Pauls played a lot of defense at the beginning there. He loses the puck, but he stopped the pressure there. Oh, wow, that was almost a goal. There's a rebound and covered up by Klukin. All right, there's Hochbaum. Back to Forster. And that'll be covered up by Klukin. All right, so shots on goal are 15-7. They got 3 shots there. Wow. I jinxed them. Not very good shots, but shots. One of them was good. All right, there's an outlet right to the Edina player. D-Rock puts on the brakes. Jackson Hochbaum will hit it in. He'll follow it. Sometimes he needs to shoot it. That was one of them. As Pauls has it, and not for long. There's Forster's back. Get out there. Good play by Klukin to cover it. He was deciding if he wanted to take a stick and knock it away or cover it, and he took his time and made a good decision. So they're going to send a new 5 out there, as that 5 was not having much success. They could barely get it out of their own end. Connerman, Hendricks. And we got Osberg and Gasser back on D. Here's Rondesvet. Oh, that's offsides. All right, so let's get a shot of the scoreboard. 10:50 left to play, second period, 1-3. Minnetonka with the lead. And shots on goal, 15-7, so they've closed the gap, them being Edina. Here's Rondesvet. He'll hold the player on his shoulder. He's got a little speed here. Leaves it for Cotterman inadvertently, but he did. Cotterman with a shot. Rondesvet's right there. And Rondesvet took a swing at that rebound, but missed it as it was a bouncing puck. And that's off the skate of Osberg. That's right out front and covered by Klukin. As the Edina parents are going crazy, but they didn't really have a shot. When they're getting that excited about a loose puck in front of the net, it means they haven't had many scoring opportunities. All right, so 8-16. Shots on goal. Minnetonka with the lead. Here's Gassert. Gassert puts on the brakes. Back to Osberg. Fans on that and turns it over. Tried to shoot it of all things, and it went off the side of the net, so probably should have passed it. But we'll take it. And they'll call icing. Icing is the call. That'll give us a chance to put some fresh skaters on the ice. And they're going to skate out Steinkamp, Kulik, Lee, Johnson, and Rogalski. As we've got 10 minutes left to play second period, there's the face-off. It's kicked ahead. Johnson now, that's out to the point. They'll try to shoot, and that's off the post. Off the post, it's a scrum, and they're going to call a goal. He had a guy right in the crease. That's what he's complaining about anyways, and they're going to call it a goal. Now they're going to discuss it. Let's see what they have to say. They're going to call it a goal. So, 3-2. And it's Steinkamp Lee. Johnson and Kulix. As Johnson, Steinkamp feeds the point. Here we go, we got Rogalski with speed. And no, he doesn't have speed and can't get to the puck. Here's Rogalski. He skates back. Oh, there's a shot. Lee just takes a whack at it and sends it toward the boards. There's Kulix with the shot, and that's held onto by the goaltender. So good pressure by Minnetonka. 9:24 left to play, 2-3. Shots on goal, 18-9. That's no good. Lee's injured. Not sure what happened. Oh, his skates were connected. His skate lace got caught in his other skate, so he's not injured. He just couldn't skate. All right, here's D-Rock. D-Rock up to LeBurge. LeBurge with the shot. Now over to Pauls. Pauls up to Hochbaum. Hochbaum fans on it. As LeBurge will pressure the puck. He's got help from Hochbaum. Hochbaum in a puck battle. Hochbaum comes away with it. That's up to Pauls. Now to Forster. Forster will skate up. He's got speed. Gets past the player. Gets past another player. Oh, through the legs. Oh! Oh! Through the legs. Rebound. That'll be on the highlight reel. All right. All right, Hochbaum now. Oh, there's the rebound. All right, there's LeBurge. There's Forster now. Sends it up. All right, here's Forster taking it in the corner. He'll try to get it out. Here he comes. Here he's coming with speed from his defensive position. Oh, he put the player on his back, but he got it taken away. Oh, he tries to send it out. Now Cotterman, get back. Oh, he's faster than this kid. We'll be fine. Okay, they're going to cover it up. Oh, he didn't like that. So Klukin took a whack at that kid who slashed him. And the official's talking to him about that, probably warning him. All right, face off. That's Gassert now with Hendricks, Osberg, Rondesvet, and Cotterman. Now Rondesvet with the puck. Sends it up to Hendricks. Hendricks now intercepts that. He lost it, but then got it back. Oh, here's Cotterman. Cotterman. Ooh, good play. Here's Cotterman now. Cotterman. Around the boards. All right, here's Osberg now. Osberg to Hendricks. Hendricks to Ronnisvet. Nice outlet. A little too far for Cotterman, but he got it out of the zone, so we'll take it. I take a little too far. It's when it's 5 feet ahead of him I get a little frustrated, but that's just me. I got my own issues. As it's Gassert, that's sent around over to Ronnisvet. Ronnisvet's got all day, and he's a good player with cool and collected up to Cotterman. Cotterman couldn't catch it, but he'll follow his... that's Gassert now holding the zone. They're going to call a penalty on something. What's that call? They're going to call Cotterman with interference. Shoot. All right, so penalty kill. We're going to send LeBurge and Forster, Steinkamp, and Lee out there. That's sent around. Steinkamp gets it out of the zone. Good play as we got 2 minutes on the penalty. 1:45 left in the penalty kill. As Forster has it, he'll send it to Lee. Good play. Lee will flip it out of the zone. That's all we really need to do is get it out of the zone. As Edina has it, there's Lee. That's shot in, and they're going to cover it up. All right, there's the face-off from Hendricks. Hendricks, so there's Forster now. Forster heading toward the puck. He'll knock it. Here's LeBurge now. Burge over to Forster. Forster flips it past him. Well, now he's in a puck battle. Here's LeBurge. LeBurge. Nice play, Patrick. Oh, no. He's tying it up, though, so he's not getting out of the zone, but that's off the glove. Into the corner as Hendricks now will get it out of the zone. Ronnisvet now back to LeBurge. LeBurge just got to get it out of the zone. Up to Ronnisvet. There's Ronnisvet. He kicks it, so we're killing time here. 45 seconds left in the power play. That'll be sent into the corner, so no icing because it was over the red line. Hendricks now, as we switch up, get some fresh skaters out there. They're going to leave Forster out there, but they'll leave Gassert out there with them. As here comes the puck, and it's, Forster's got a decision to make. He gambles and gets lucky. Now he loses it. We got to get back. No, Forster comes away with it again. Forster's got 3 guys he's trying to beat. Here's Forster. Forster's like a one-man penalty kill. All right, we got 5 seconds left as Forster killed about 20 seconds there. And Hendricks will head toward the puck. He tries to play the body and misses. Forster, they're going to call a penalty for that? He didn't even hit him. He whiffed. All right, he got frustrated because he got taken down at the other end. I left that out of the commentary, but he was laying on the ice frustrated. All right, we got another penalty kill. Well, 4:28 left to play second period. 4-2, Minnetonka with the lead. As we kill another 2 minutes, we just killed 2 minutes. So this will be a different group out there because our penalty kill unit is tired, and they are resting. So this is our second penalty kill unit. And this will be Hochbaum. Over to Gassert. Gassert's behind the net. He's got Osberg taking whacks at it. Osberg is just in a great position. As that's sent out to the point, but not out of the zone. Here's now Gassert with the puck. Hochbaum putting the pressure on. Now up to, I like this. They're coming out. Yesterday they just they packed it in yesterday, and now they're coming out as the goaltender was on skates, as they say, but he was spinning like a top there. So he gets to his feet. That's sent around. Now back to Osberg. Osberg sends it around to D-Rock. D-Rock's got speed. He's got a one-on-one. The trailer. There's a shot, and that'll be hook bomb, but we're killing this penalty. A minute left in the penalty, and best way to kill a penalty is a good offense. As Edina's going to skate in, they got a 1-on-3, but they have a power play, so they're going to hold up for their other teammates. They're going to set up their power play. Now hook bomb. Now, these kids have been out there a while now. They've been out there a whole minute 15. As Johnson will try to ice it. And let's see if we can get these guys off. And that's sent back to Kulix. Kulix and Johnson now. That's sent in. Oh, redirect by Lee. We're going to be able to get a switch if they want to, but they're going to kill this penalty. 24 seconds left. They're going to stay out there. Lee's out there now. We did get a forward line change. And that goes off of Johnson's stick. That'll head into the corner. Edina will be there. Johnson plays the body nicely. Sent around to Lee. Lee slips. Tries to send it back to Johnson. Johnson's down. They look like a fish out of water. Oh, right through the legs. Lee's able to get it out of the zone. Great play, Lee. As Hendricks now will take the ice. They're going to send Hendricks to the bench, and they're going to skate someone else out for him. As that pops up into the air, and now Rogalski will be on the ice. And another penalty. Another interference penalty. So they're giving Edina every opportunity under the sun here with the third consecutive penalty. This will be 6 straight minutes of penalties. Is that a penalty? 6 straight. So we're 4 down, 2 to go. This will be our good news is this is our penalty number 1 penalty kill unit out there. I think is LaBerge, Lee. Oh no, who we got? LaBerge, Forster, Lee. Forster sends it out, but not out of the zone. As that's sent in behind. Here's LaBerge. There's Lee now. Get to the puck. That shot goes wide right. Sent around towards Steinkamp. Steinkamp, great play. Oh, Steinkamp's got numbers. He's got Lee with him. He's got Lee. Oh, All right, so Edina's going to come the other way. Here's LaBerge. Lee, good back check. He's able to get the puck. Here's Edina. That's knocked away by Steinkamp. As it's a minute 11 left in this power play, and it's been nothing but Minnetonka on the penalty kill. So they're down a man. They've put all the pressure on. So guessing, yeah, that'll gather that up and leave it for Forster. Nope. He's going to pretend to leave it for Forster and then cover it. All right, there's a pad save. So Gassert, Cotterman. There's Cotterman. Ooh, I like Eddie out there. Ooh, can't get it out of the zone, though. Here's Hendricks. Uh-oh. Oh, nice play by Gassert. Gassert's a great defenseman. He overskated that, and I jinxed him, but good play to knock that away. There's a deflection. Get it out of there. Right to the Edina player. Pops up into the air, into the corner. We got 25 seconds left in the third consecutive penalty kill. If we can kill 3 consecutive penalties. Uh-oh, here we come. There's a deflection behind the net. There's Gassert. Gassert's able to pry it free. Tries to get it out of there, but gets it right to Edina. They send it out of the zone, and that'll be offsides. Okay. That was offsides. Other parents are yelling it wasn't offsides. It was offsides. 3 seconds left in the power play. Let's get a shot. So 17 seconds left in the period. 4-2 Minnetonka. You can't see behind the clock, but only 3 seconds left in the Edina power play. So our penalty kill is almost complete as they kick it. Uh-oh. And that's Forster and LaBerge. I like our chances. as that's intercepted by LaBerge momentarily. Oh, and Forster ties this guy up so he can't get his stick down. Here's Hendricks now. All right. All right, so we're ready. 15 minutes, third period, 4-2 Minnetonka. All right, here's Rogalski. Oh, over to Steinkamp. Lee back. We're full strength, by the way, as Forster tries to pinch. Here's LaBerge back. Uh-oh. Here's LaBerge. Oh, here we go, Lee. Oh, Lee, I thought he was going to get there. Here's LaBerge now. What's LaBerge going to do? He's going to try to get past the player, up to Rogalski, sends it to Lee. That was a good outlet. Up to Steinkamp. Good breakout. Here's Steinkamp. Steinkamp's going to send it on net. That's a kick save. Now Rogalski on the forecheck. LaBerge and Forster are back. LaBerge will pinch. Forster will cover for him, as Steinkamp will also cover. Rogalski's going to come away with it. Rogalski leaves it for Forster. He sends it up to LaBerge. Now to Rogalski. There's a little, and Rogalski, they got numbers. They got a 3-on-2 here. He leaves it for Lee. That was a great leave, and that's a pad save. These kids are passing the puck so much better than the beginning of the year. I just love to see it. Here's Lee. Lee, tries to stuff it in the side, and it's covered up. And they're going to call a penalty for that? They're going to call Rogalski for a penalty. Yet again, this is... All right, so assume the positions. Another penalty. I mean, I hate to say it, but is this home cooking here? 4 penalties in 10 minutes. All right, so here we go. Hochbaum knocks it free. Be Hochbaum, Kulix, Johnson, and D-Rock. This is a strong group of kids. No way. Who's this one on? This is penalty after penalty. 2 minutes for Kulix for tripping. So we'll send Hochbaum for minute 49 of 5-on-3. Hochbaum, Forster, and LaBerge. If you guys want to win, show your strength. Here's LaBerge. LaBerge can play. Here's LaBerge. He's playing with them. He leaves it for... There's a rebound. There's LaBerge into the corner. There's a nice save by Klukin. Here's the Birds just killing time. Sends it around where Forster will chase it. We got a 5-on-3 here. They're not really getting much offense. I like that, but there your kid's wide open. There's the Birds. And a nice save by Kluken. I don't know if they're going to give these guys a rest or just ride them. So, minute 15 in the first penalty, minute 27 in the second. They call timeout and give their top defensive line a rest is what they're going to do. All right, so they're going to keep. They're going to put Hendricks out and keep LeBurge and Forster. They've been a good defensive tandem. Let's see if they can kill a minute 15. That's a lot of 5-on-3. All right, now. Here we go. That's not good. Here's Hendricks. Hendricks is going to send it down. That'll be icing. Oh no, they're going to wave it off. They're going to wave it off. All right, good play, Hendricks. Minute left in the 5-on-3. As we take our time, there's Hendricks. Ooh, he gets checked off the puck, but he pops up. He's a tough carrot. I've seen him play lacrosse. He's not afraid of contact. All right, there's LeBurge. Forster. There's Forster. Forster flips it up into the air. That'll be on net. They're going to wave that icing off. All right. Forster, good play, 31 seconds. We got to do what we just did and kill another 30 seconds. As that's Cotterman out now and they're going to leave. They're going to ride LeBurge and Forster here. That's sent around over to Cotterman. Cotterman will send it down. He tries to get it on net. No, that's okay though. That gives 13 seconds left in the first penalty, 25 in the second. So this will give them a chance to rest. They're just going to ride LeBurge and Forster for like 3 minutes out there. They're a little gassed. The timeout helped. And the icing's helped. There we go. Here's Cotterman. MVP move. Here he goes. He's got a 5-on-3 and he's able to win the faceoff. 5 seconds left in the first penalty. Oh, and here we go. Cotterman again with help from LeBurge. LeBurge popped it free. Cotterman's going to run with that puck. And now we got to let one guy out, and we got 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds in the second penalty. We are full strength. They killed a 2-minute 5-on-3 nearly. Minute 50-second 5-on-3. Wow. The refs are trying to give Edina every chance in the world. And it's not going to matter. Here's Cotterman. As we got to get LeBurge out of there. He's gassed. Forster's out. We got Johnson on for him. That's up to Lee. Off the stick of Rondesvet. He'll skate in. There's LeBurge. LeBurge apparently he's not gassed because he's still making awesome plays. And he gets it to Rogalski, who's got Lee. Oh, Lee couldn't get to his backhand quick enough, but that was a sweet pass. Oh, and the official just tripped up Lee. And we're able to get LeBurge off and get Gassert on, which that's off the stick of Rogalski. Now Gassert will chase it in. Gassert will take it behind the net. He gets checked. Now Johnson with the puck up toward who's that? Rogalski. Rogalski looks a little winded. Here's Gassert now. Gassert's going to skate behind, send it up to Rogalski, hits his stick. They're going to wave it off as the Edina player hit it. They go all the way down the ice where Steinkamp will charge toward the puck. He's on the forecheck, and he's almost got a puck battle there. Oh, here's Holtbaum. Hookbaum with the shot, and it's saved into the corner. Good scoring chance as Kulix pressures the puck, is able to hold the zone. He'll send it in. That was close to offsides. He should have waited a second, but and now Hookbaum on the forecheck. Now over to Pauls. Pauls now. 9:38 left to play in the game. We finally get full strength. It's been a long time since we had and they're going to wave off icing. He had a chance to play it. As we rest our players, we're up by 2 goals. 9:23 left to play in the game. 4-2. And Gassert's got it. Gassert will flip it up to Pauls. A little too far. I don't know where that puck went. There it is. It's in the corner as Osberg plays the body. And here's Osberg again. Now Pauls for the Hookbaum. Gassert's in the middle. And a goal. That was a one-timer past Gassert and Klukin. So 3-4. All right, as we send out Rondesvet, Cotterman, and Hendricks, there's LeBurge up to Cotterman. Cotterman over to Rondesvet. Rondesvet leaves it for Hendricks. Hendricks will send it around. Cotterman's going to chase it. We need an insurance goal is what we need. All right, there's an interception by Rondesvet. Could use a penalty on Edina. All right, that's sent around. LeBurge will chase it into the corner. He leaves it for Cotterman. Now Forster has it. Forster's going to skate it up. Gets it to Eddie. They're going to wave off icing as Eddie might have tipped it. Here's Eddie again. Oh, Eddie's trying to stuff it in and does. No, yeah, he does. So Forster to Cotterman. Cotterman played with his foot a little bit and then got it in. I hate that expression. They say that in the NBA, and I despise it, and I just said it. All right, way to respond, Blue. One of the parents yelled out, and boy, was it ever. As it's 5-3, Minnetonka with the lead. And they're talking to him about something, the coach for the Edina team. Apparently they didn't like something about that goal. Oh, they're saying they knocked it out of his glove or something. Puck was covered, something to that effect. It was not. It was a goal. All right. Here's Steinkamp, Lee, into the zone. Now Kulix is back with Johnson. That is out, but not out of the zone. Good clearing backhand. Here we go. Oh, Kulix just biffed it for no reason. There's a shot. And covered up by Klukin as the kid was there to stuff it in. So great save by Klukin. Pounced on that one quickly and saved what would have been a sure goal. 5-3, 7:37 left to play in the game. I think he took a slash there. He's trying to get a penalty. All right, so this will be Lee with Gassert, Steinkamp, Rogalski, and Osberg's the one I'm missing, but it is Lee and Osberg out there. Here's Gassert. Gassert with a fantastic defensive play. Up off of Steinkamp's stick. Steinkamp will chase it. That was all Jake, though. Here's Rogalski. Rogalski sends it behind the net. Here's Rogalski again. He steals it. Oh, gets tripped by the official. Penalty, tripping, official. All right. All right, Hookbaum Gets it to D-Rock. He's got his stick tied up. Tried to get it to Gazzard. Then turns, just past Paul's stick, who might have been able to get a quality shot. He deflects it back to Gazzard. Gazzard will catch that one. Gets it up to D-Rock. D-Rock against the board. Sorry, I don't always get the camera against the board. Here's Pauls. Pauls does a little toe drag and gets a shot off, but he misses. As Holtbaum is a different player today. He's really made an influence on this game. In fact, I think he got our first goal. So, all right, Gasser, wise decision to back up. He had a chance to go for that puck, chose not to. And there's Edina. Gassert's in there. That kid backhanded it about 3 feet off the net, and he had a chance, but nowhere near. That shot was nowhere near the net, but he was close and he took a shot, so the fans got excited. All right, so they're going to send out LaBerge, Forster, Cotterman, Rondesvet, and Hendricks with 6:20 left to play, 5-3 Minnetonka. And that's up out of there. Rondesvet and we got a Cotterman just streaking for this puck. And they both kind of end up over skating it because it was a good play by the Edina defenseman. That's sent up to LaBerge. LaBerge sends it in. Over to Edina. They look to break out. And that's Cotterman. Says, I will take that. Cotterman now has a chance. Nice shot by Cotterman. He's able to fend the defender off, get a good shot, but the goaltender was up to the task. Here's Forster now. He'll send it in toward Cotterman. He knows where Eddie is. He knows where the players are. Here's Rondesvet. Over to Forster. Forster back. Oh, he doesn't know because he thought Cotterman was there. Here's LaBerge. Oh, that's all the way down. That'll be on net, so no icing. Oh, wow. God, he almost scored on that. There's Forster knocking that one away. Here's Forster. He's going to skate it out. Forster, he says, I'll take this. Forster will just get it into the end and kill it. Here we go. Oh, that was Rondesvet. Hendricks in there. Here's LaBerge. He'll pinch. Gets it up to Cotterman. Back to Hendricks. Now Cotterman. Cotterman tries to get it to himself. Here's Hendricks. Oh, what a shot. Oh, they quickly blew that whistle, but the goaltender flipped it into the corner. So we got 4:50 left to play. 5-3 Minnetonka with the lead. Shots on goal, 30 for Minnetonka, 18 for Edina. So the score reflects the shot on goal ratio. So that's sent around. Here's Johnson. Rogalski on the forecheck. We got Kulix and Johnson back with Lee, Steinkamp, and Rogalski. Oh, that's past Kulix. Here's Lee, hits it to Rogalski, but it's too far, and it goes right to Edina. Here's Johnson. Johnson's going to just ice it. Oh, that went off the fist of the... Oh, I thought the Edina player hit that. We got to do a line change here. There we go. So they're going to switch out, and they're going to leave Lee, Steinkamp, and Rogalski on, but they're going to put Gassert and Osberg out there. Oh, just a wraparound goal. I don't know how that happened. So 4-5. 4-5 is the score. We're going to put G-Rock, Holtbaum, and Pauls out there and see what they have to offer as G-Rock kicks it to Pauls. Holtbaum now has got to wait for Pauls to get on sides. He does. And they're going to send it out. And here's Osberg. Osberg shoots, misses wide left. Here's D-Rock. D-Rock now. D-Rock. Here's Holtbaum. Holtbaum back to D-Rock. 3:45 left to play. Minnetonka with a 1-goal lead. Here's D-Rock again. Could use an insurance goal here. Here they come the other way. D-Rock, get back. Skate, Dan. David. Dan, David, what's the difference? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And good play by Kluken as he had a guy right in his grill. I thought that might have been a goal. So, 3:27 left. 4-5. They're going to put Rondesvet, Hendricks, Cotterman, LaBerge, and Forster. So, these guys have had a lot of, it's been a good line. All right, there's Cotterman the other way. He's got a guy with him. And he tries to stuff it in. It's Cotterman again, turns, shoots. And that gets sent around and out of play. Puck went out of play. All right, so same line, Cotterman, Hendricks, Rondesvet, LaBerge, and Forster. Here's Forster. Forster gets a shot. It gets deflected and goes wide right. As they try to break out, here's Forster with the puck. He backhands it up to Hendricks. Hendricks gets a stick lifted. And here's Forster. Back to Forster. Forster, he gets tripped. Forster draws a penalty. That's huge. They need to kill time. Here's Cotterman. We're killing time. 2:45 left. But we can kill time and have a power play at the end of the game. Another bad hit. That's going to be another penalty, I hope. They may call two here. We'll see. So they're going to send two to the box. So there's 2:43 left to play. They're going to send two to the box, so it'll be a 5-on-3, and Edina's got to try to score a goal. And in the next 2 minutes, they're going to be down 5-3. They're going to send out their power play unit, which will be Lee, D-Rock, Hendricks with Forster and LaBerge. We'll see if they can't get an insurance goal. Insurance goal might end it here. So they got to try to score short-handed. That's back to Forster. There's a shot. Over the net. Just over the net. That'll be back to Forster. Forster will skate it in. He's got LaBerge. Over to LaBerge. LaBerge with a one-timer. I don't think we needed a one-timer. There's a shot and a goal. So Hendricks from LaBerge. LaBerge with the shot. And they're celebrating in the corner. So they'll let one out. They'll leave one in there. We'll be on a power play. And these guys will stay out. The score is 6-4. As there's a minute 43 left in the second penalty. So it's one penalty is released. The other one will remain. That's over to Lee. Now Johnson. Up to D-Rock. D-Rock, he gets taken down. Remember, we're on the power play. See if I don't think they'll pull a goaltender, being as they're. Yeah, and that'll be icing. So, minute 58 left to play. Minute 24 in the power play. So, 6-4 Minnetonka. Huge insurance goal there on that 5-3. So. It was a questionable call on that hit. It seemed like it was roughing because he didn't have the puck and he had just gotten rid of it. But based on the penalties they called against us, that had to be a call. All right, here's Hendricks. We got to get back. Guys, we're up 2 goals. All you do is don't give up a shorthanded goal here. And they like to make it interesting. There'd be 2s. We got an empty net. He had plenty of time. He had an open guy in D-Rock, and he decided to go for the glory. D-Rock would have been over the red line. It would have avoided the icing, but hindsight's 20/20. So, 59 seconds left, 6-4, as Edina calls the timeout. All right, so it's going to be Lee Steinkamp, I think, Potterman, Kulix, and Forster. He didn't take the liking to that slash. All right, so they'll reface it off. 54 seconds left in the power play. Minute 28 left of the game. 6-4 Minnetonka. And Edina comes away with it, gets a shot, and they'll cover it. So they keep peppering us. We're on the power play. We got to get Lee off of the face-off here. All right, there's Lee. I jinxed. I shouldn't have said that. Lee got it to Forster anyways. Here's Kulix. Guys, we're on the... It's a 5-on-5 because they pulled their goalie. Oh, come on. Guys, this drives me crazy. It's 5-on-5. It's 5. All right, it's 5-on-5, no goalie. All we got to do is quit trying to go for a full rink shot and just skate it out. We've outshot them 3-2. No! Oh, I thought he was going to shoot it. All right, here we go. All right, David, play defense. Now they're going to go for the glory again. Come on! God. All of a sudden they came to a breakout. Sorry, it's going to be a goal. So 9 seconds left to play. 7-5. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah. Poke bomb D-Rock. And 5 seconds. Back to Gassert. That's sent across. And that'll end it. So, final score, 7-5. Minnetonka with the victory. It's the Freebird song in honor of the Olympic team winning the gold medal, or medal.